Hi, Mary. Thank you for coming in. So what's brought you in here today?
So I thought I'd just come in and have a chat about something that's going on in my life at the moment. Um, I found myself maybe gambling
Mm-hmm.
um, more than what a normal considered amount would be.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been going to the pokies or the TAB.
Okay.
That's sort of where my go-to place is. Um, Probably at least every second night,
Mm-hmm.
I'd find myself down there. Um, and yeah, it's taking a lot of my time up, and I find I'm spending a lot of money there.
Okay. So,
Um,
so you're concerned about how much you're spending and how much time is being wasted.
yeah, yeah. So, for example, the other week, my auntie had a birthday dinner,
Mm-hmm.
and I was meant to go there, and I didn't end up going there. I went to the pokies instead.
I see. Yep.
So it's like affecting like family relationships, I guess you'd say.
Mm-hmm.
Um, which isn't good because that's the auntie I'm closest with.
Mm-hmm.
Another example is my nagging husband, Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
When he gets home from work, so he works away,
Mm-hmm.
um, 2 to 3 weeks away, and then 1 week back. In that 1 week that he's back, um, I spend a lot of my afternoons down at the pokies to try and avoid him,
Okay.
because he nags a lot.
Okay. You guys have some communication problems. Is that correct?
Yeah, yeah. So I don't know, he just nags me to do things, like wants me to cook dinner, and um, me not to spend money at the pokies and things like that. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm out of here. I'm going to the pokies.
Right.
And then that sort of ends up me spending a lot more money because I'm frustrated. It's not just, go down to the pokies and have a drink of beer and put $20 in. It's just like $20, and I'll just stay there for a couple of hours. So I do spend most of my like afternoons and evenings down there.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, it's just eating up a lot of my time, and I thought maybe it would be good to like come chat about it and like I guess let it all out,
Mm-hmm.
because only my husband and some of my closer family, like my auntie, know that I have a gambling problem. So like my work doesn't know about it.
Okay.
Um and I don't want them to find out about it because that could hinder my job. Mm.
Yeah, it could have a negative effect.
Yeah. So, and I really like my job, so I don't want that to happen. So I thought, maybe it's time to um try and do something about it.
Yeah.
Another example is um the other week my husband got back from work, and he tried to plan like a nice dinner and stuff because he worked longer away. He had to cover a few of extra shifts,
Okay.
and he planned like a really nice dinner for us,
Mm-hmm.
and he thought he'd surprise me, and I was like, yeah, I won't be, like I was coming home from work, and I was like, yeah, I won't be too much longer and I'll be home. But then I ended up stopping at the pokies because I'm like, oh, I'll just go here for 20 minutes. And I ended up spending, I think it was like 3 hours there. So the dinner that he had planned had gone cold.
Okay. Yeah. You lost track of time and missed out on your dinner.
Yeah. Which made me feel bad because he went to the effort of doing something special
Yeah.
for us because we hadn't seen each other in a while.
Yeah.
And then obviously when he found out I was at the pokies, like he got mad and we got into an argument. So
Mhm.
then we didn't speak for a couple of days. So like the gambling and the pokies definitely impacts my life and like my personal life.
Mm.
So I just want to thought I should come and talk about that so that it didn't so I can stop it affecting my personal life before it starts to affect my personal and my work life.
Yeah, it sounds like it's taking over a little bit.
Yeah, so it's just a big part, and like my family like to do barbecues down at the park, like maybe once a month.
Okay.
So any family that live close by or like in the area will go down and have a barbecue in the park, and the kids kick the footy around and stuff like that.
We get together.
Yeah, but if like if I keep gambling, my family aren't happy, like I might stop being invited to the family get-togethers.
Okay.
Or like if I have a bad day or something, like I might choose to go to the pokies instead of going there.
Mhm.
That's not happening yet, but I don't want it to get to that point because that would be really bad thing
Yeah.
for my life.
Yeah. You want to prevent these things from escalating further.
Yeah, exactly. So I just thought, maybe it's time just to tame the habit before it gets too bad.
Okay.
So I'd like to, be able to not rely on that outlet as an escape. Like I'd rather do something more positive and not so just like wasting money as such.
Yes. Yeah. It's a
So
positive way to go forward.
yeah, so I don't know, I was having to think the other night in bed about different ways I could like try and reduce how much time I spend at the
Mhm.
pokies or at the TAB.
Yeah.
So I think I'd be able to stop going to the TAB first easily, or more easier than the pokies, just because when you go there you're not there for that longer time.
Okay.
You sort of just put a bet on dog race, horse race, or a footy game, or whatever. I sort of just drive there, put the bets on. If it's a short race that's coming up, I'll stay and watch it to see if I've got any winnings.
Yeah.
But if it's a football game or something like that, like I'll just drive off because you've got to wait like the 2 hours for the game to find out your results.
Okay.
So I think that would be the easiest one to first eliminate,
Mhm.
or try and reduce, stop, whatever, before tackling the pokies.
Okay. So the pokies are a bit of a bigger issue.
Yeah, so like the pokies, because I go down there and I could spend up to maybe 4 hours down there. If I go for like a meal at lunchtime stay,
Mhm.
say, you could stay for like 6 hours because you could have lunch and then go have a couple of beers, go to the pokies, they might have a live band or something on.
Yeah.
And then you'll have dinner there. So like you could spend a lot of time there and spend a lot of money there, because like a meal's $20 and then a couple of drinks and then the money that I put in the pokies, it's a lot of money, especially like I only work part-time.
Okay. Yeah.
So like it's probably I'd say at least 50% of my wages, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, about 50%.
Okay. So sounds like we've got some decisions to make with moving forward and having to find some other ways to be able to keep you occupied so that you don't feel the need to go there.
Yeah, so when I was laying in bed the other night, I thought of some ideas. So I'm just gonna try and cut out going to the TAB because I think that's relatively easy
Okay.
to do because I can just not drive there.
Yep.
That's easy. It's a short amount of time. But for the pokies, it's going to be a little bit more difficult. I think I'd have to find something that's a substantial, like task. Like it takes up a substantial amount of time. Like I couldn't watch a episode of TV because that's 40 minutes, and you get distracted and you just think about going to the pokies.
Yep.
But I thought maybe like if I was to do some gardening or something, because you could spend all afternoon out in the garden.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, or maybe like read a book if I get a book that's really interesting. Like I can sit down and read it for a few hours, and that distracts me because like your mind is focused on something else.
Yeah, you've got some hobbies there that you can really sink your teeth into and get right into.
Yeah. So if I focused on them and like spend more time trying to enjoy those,
Yeah.
then maybe like it'll reduce the amount of say spare time that I've got that I could then go waste at the pokies if
Yeah.
all my time is full up.
Mm-hmm.
Even though like some of it's downtime, like relaxing, gardening and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
If all my time's taken up, like there's not going to be any time for me to go drive down there and go to the pokies.
Yeah.
Or if I do slip up and go there, like I'm not going to have 6 hours to waste. Like it might just be 20 minutes. So even like that's still reducing the amount of time
Yeah, that's right.
that I'm spending there.
Yeah. I think you've got a very positive way that you want to go about it. And I can see that you want to fix the problem and that, you're willing to put the work in. So I think that that's wonderful.
Thank you.
No problem. So yeah, we will come up with some strategies and we will go from there. We'll just take it step by step and we'll see how far we can get.
Cool, thank you. And also, so if I do have like a slip up,
Mm-hmm.
like can I call you?
You can call me. You've got our business number. You've got my business card there with you.
Yeah.
It's got my work email on it. I'm available within business hours. So if you do message me an email after business hours, I'll be able to get back to you. As soon as I come in the next morning, I'll be able to read that and get back to you then.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
All right.
Perfect.
Sorry, what were you going to say?
Oh, I just said perfect.
Oh, good. Okay, so we'll move on and come up with some strategies then.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. All right.